That belongs in a museum.
Hero of, and we see in Jason's deck only one mulch there.
And mulching a Darkshire Councilman, not necessarily the greatest feeling in the world. It's 3 mana for 3 mana, and your opponent's getting a card.
Yeah, and maintaining the initiative.
That's a big pickup, though. Every single time Jason Joe is able to eliminate some of his presence, it's going to get him one step closer to finding something big. And something big is the first step of this.
Murloc Knight.
Wow.
Zoo loves to flood the board with lots of minions, and that's literally what Murloc Knight does. He can throw that out there and it's a must-remove minion, or he can try and hold on to it for the opportunity to be able to hero power with it later.
I think I like dropping it right now, and the reason why is because if Jason Joe has swipe just to get a Murloc Knight is not necessarily a great trade for Jason Joe. But on the other hand, the only other card that can kill it, it's protected from, which is Feral Rage.
Yeah.
So getting the Murloc Knight out now, you will know if Jason Joe has swipe after this turn.
Yeah, exactly. And even if, like you said, even if he does swipe it, then you're not being able to, you know, swipe Azure Drake later or any of these removal combos that you really want to be doing with swipe.
Here's the first turn where there's going to be real board tension that Thijs has to think about. Is how scary is Emperor Thorson when your opponent only has 3 cards in hand?
Still pretty scary. Still pretty scary. It's never not scary, but
he's going to go for value.
Oh
my gosh! Okay, why not? Just, yeah, let's go ahead and get a second Murloc Knight.
Yeah, super rewarded by just taking the tap here. The alternative play is playing the Doomguard. You don't get as much value in your hand, and you potentially don't even discard the Silverware Golem, but going this line of play, he's saying that I don't really respect that Emperor Thorson too much. 3 cards isn't that big of a deal to me. He knows that they aren't removal spells based on the events earlier. So, yeah, I respect his decision to just kind of cash in the value on the Murloc Knight.
Yeah, easy power overwhelming off the Peddler, though. That will make that trade way easier, and Jason Joe is going to need some help. This is terrifying.
He's going to need to find something big. There is a Yogg-Saron in his deck list, so if he can maybe
tapping
combo,
and pushing. As long as the Murloc Knight's there, he's getting free stuff.
I think you might be right. It might be honestly a higher % chance to play around Yogg-Saron by playing less onto the board and just playing the control game as the Zoo deck.
It's pretty rare, but this is certainly an opportunity to do it.
Some control Zoo.
I like it.
Yeah, and that's what Thijs is going to do. We see him just taking the patient game here. A nice little tap. He's going to play around Yogg-Saron by just strictly outvaluing it.
I mean, with this much board presence, Jason Joe has to have a miracle right about now. I mean, because the damage from Thijs' hand is already super significant.
Malagos isn't too much help. There's not much you can pick up with it, but that is the Yogg-Saron.
I don't know if he has time.
Yeah, he needs to find
card.
Like another Innervate or a Wild Growth that can get to it, and Azure Drake's not going to do it.
2, 4, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm counting at least 15 damage from Thijs' hand. So he has the risk here with the Soulfire and the Doomguard. If he succeeds on either one of the discards, I believe it's lethal.
Yeah, he can go with the Soulfire, and then if it doesn't discard Doomguard, he wins the game outright from this position. How bad of a position does it put him in if he discards the Doomguard, though, is a risk he's got to wonder about a little bit. He also has the ability just to, you know, do this, Demon Fire up that Imp Gang boss, and then play that Defender of Argus and take this disgusting value trade.
Yep. Thijs will not... Wait, does this present lethal also? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13? That's another opportunity for lethal.
Okay.
So the Doomguard Soulfire was one over lethal,
Okay.
and that was just the one I spotted instantly. So,
and he gets a Silverware Golem added on there, why not?
Insults to injury. What a fantastic game number 1 for Thijs. Getting the Murloc Knight was honestly such a big key in this game to the